have a dynamite receiver out there to make those incredible catches from his arm. And the number one team that should make a play for Alec Pierce is it's the New England Patriots. They have a young quarterback on a rookie deal. They have a lot of cap space. They don't have a legit wide receiver one on that team. And Drake May has a massive arm. And he's one of the best deep throwers in the NFL. Like against the blitz, Drake May threw 17 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. So you got to think, if he has a reliable deep threat like Alec Pierce, if he's facing the blitz and has to get the ball out quickly, Alec Pierce gets open fairly quickly and can get downfield in a hurry. Drake May to Alec Pierce would be a dynamic duo for another decade that would torment Colts fans. So hopefully that doesn't happen.
Are you sure you want to pay him $30 to $40 million a year? Are we absolutely sure? We're going to pay a quarterback. I'm not talking about he's not top 10 in the NFL. I'm talking about just the AFC. There are that many quarterbacks better than him. And there's no question about it. And even if I think that he's better than Bo Nix, there are people that question that. There's some people that would argue that Bo Nix is better. But we're going to pay $30 to $40 million for him. I don't know, guys. I'm just going to put it on the record. I would be perfectly fine with rolling with Riley Leonard for $1.5 million and using that money elsewhere. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys...
Welcome back to the channel. This is Marcus Sniffles, and the Indianapolis Colts just went all in for the 2027 season. They are all in. They have spent big money on their top two free agents in Alec Pierce and Daniel Jones. So we're going to talk about what it means for Alec Pierce, what it means for Daniel Jones, and what it means for the future of Chris Ballard and Shane Steichen. Before we get started, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We're here every Monday, 7 in the morning, dropping Colts content. So let's get to it. So Alec Pierce was a free agent. He reached his free agency, and he was able to garner a 4-year, $114 million contract with $60 million guaranteed from the Colts to stay in Indy. We did a video on this previously on the top 5 places that he should want to go. And the 5th place that I thought he should want to go to is Indianapolis. That was the 5th best situation for Alec Pierce, and he chose that one. And I give Alec Pierce a lot of credit. I give him a lot of credit for the loyalty, for wanting to stay close to family. I believe he has a brother that plays in Indiana, and he's being loyal to the team that drafted him. Because if you believe the reports, the Patriots offered him more money. The Patriots with Drake May offered him more money to go be their wide receiver one in New England. The New England Patriots that were just in the Super Bowl. The New England Patriots who have a quarterback under 25 who came in second in the MVP. Alec Pierce turned that down to come back and stay in Indy. If I'm his agent, I'm a little annoyed at that. I like I said, I did a video on the top 5 places Alec Pierce should want to go, and the Patriots were the number 1 spot for me. I thought that would have been the best fit for him. Playing with a young quarterback with a big arm who is accurate and mobile, why not? And they offered him more money. That, like, I give Alec Pierce all the credit in the world for. I'm not saying he made a bad decision, but I would have advised him to go to New England if I'm being completely honest. If I put my Colts fan bias aside, we all know that the Patriots would have been a better choice for Alec Pierce to go to. We all know that. Everybody knows that, but he chose loyalty over money and a better quarterback situation, which I respect that. And with the departure of Michael Pittman, I totally expect Alec Pierce's reception share to increase by a lot. You're now the unquestioned number 1 receiver. We traded away A.D. Mitchell for you. We traded away Michael Pittman to pay you. Now you have to go out there and produce. And his lack of production, he's never had more than 50 catches in a season. That lack of production is not based on him. If you look at reception, perception, I'm going to try to put a screenshot here in the video. If you look at the percentage of routes that he runs, the highest percentage is 9 routes and dig routes. Those are the highest number of routes that he runs as a wide receiver. But if you look at the success rate of the routes that he runs, he's very successful when he runs other routes. Obviously, the only routes that he runs are goes and digs, but he is fully capable of running other routes and being successful at them. We just have to get him the ball. And I think if we increase his targets, he will continue to be productive. Now, I don't think if we double his receptions that he's going to double the yardage. Like he's not going to, get 92 catches for 2,000 yards. It's not going to be that. But if he gets 98 catches for 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns, that would be incredible. And I think he's fully capable of doing that. Fully capable of being a wide receiver that gets 80 catches for 1,200 yards and 10 touchdowns. I believe he's fully capable of doing that. It's all about calling the right plays and having the right quarterback to get him the ball. Speaking of quarterback, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys something. About 90% of you guys that watch this video are not subscribed to the channel. Don't be a weirdo. Subscribe to the channel. Don't be part of the 90%. Be a part of the 10%. And let's get that 10% to 90%. So 90% of you guys that are watching are actually subscribed. That would help me out a lot. Cost you nothing. It's free and I'd appreciate it. The Colts signed Daniel Jones for a 2-year, $88 million deal. Now, for me, the numbers don't mean much to me. I don't care about the $88 million. That can go up to $100 million. Like the $100 million is all about incentives. But this year, Daniel Jones is only a $15 million cap hit. That's nothing for this year. And that's why it makes this season an all-in season. This is a season where Daniel Jones, Shane Steichen, Chris Ballard have to get it together. They keep talking about the 8-2 season, start to the season, being real. They're not saying that they were that 8-2 season, but we're a lot closer to the 8-2 season than the team that lost 7 games to end the season. And they have to go out there and prove that. I spoke about this before. Chris Ballard is in the last year of his deal. Shane Steichen only has 2 years left in his deal. I fully believe Carly Ursay-Gordon had a lot of input on the years for Daniel Jones's contract. If I'm the owner of this team and I technically have a lame duck GM and a coach that only has 2 years left in his deal, I'm not signing Daniel Jones to some long-term big money contract. He went 8-5 last year. Everybody talks about, the Colts were 8-2 with Daniel Jones. No, we were 8-5. 8-5. Yes, his completion percentage was high. Yes, he was on a pace for a career high in yards. Yes, he had 19 passing touchdowns and 5 rushing touchdowns. He also had 8 interceptions. He also had 9 fumbles. 9 of them. And we've talked about this before. Daniel Jones is barely a top 10 quarterback in the AFC. We're not talking about the entire NFL, just the AFC. He's probably the 8th best quarterback. And that's praying that quarterbacks like Cam Ward don't make a jump. That's praying that a rookie like Fernando Mendoza doesn't come in and just light it up day one. There's a possibility Daniel Jones could finish the season outside the top 10 in the AFC. And it makes sense for Carly Ursay-Gordon and Chris Ballard to not pile in a bunch of money on him. He's coming off of 2 major leg injuries, 2 of them. And one of them is one of the most devastating injuries an athlete can have. Kirk Cousins, Aaron Rodgers, yes, they're older. But Daniel Jones has a history of injuries. Neck injuries, shoulder injuries, ACL injuries, broken leg, now a torn Achilles. He's not the most healthy, reliable quarterback. He's only played 1 full season in the NFL. 1. I wouldn't have paid him that much money either. I'm still not completely sold on Daniel Jones being a franchise quarterback because of his history of being a bad quarterback and not being a healthy quarterback. But you bring him back because you owe it to players like Quentin Nelson, who have been there for almost a decade, blocking for Gardner Minshew and what was that? The quarterback from Texas, Sam something, and old ass Matt Ryan and Phillip Rivers. He deserves to have stability at quarterback. Jonathan Taylor deserves to have stability at quarterback. DeForest Buckner, like a lot of these players that have been older and have been through this quarterback shuffle, they deserve to play for a consistent quarterback, to have a consistent quarterback room. And heading into next year, we should have the same two quarterbacks, Daniel Jones and Riley Leonard, at the helm. They deserve to at least have that. And if Daniel Jones goes out there and he shows that his mobility isn't up to par, he can't plant his foot because he tore his Achilles on his plant foot. If he can't plant his foot and throw the ball like he needs to get Alec Pierce the ball, everybody's gone anyway. It's over. This is an easy contract to get out of. We'll take our medicine next year or in 2 years, and then we'll be able to reload. Once we get our first round pick back, we have a new general manager. We'll probably have a new head coach, and then we'll just start it all over.
You made it this far. If you have not liked the video at this point, what are you waiting for? Just like the video. Hit the like button right now. I'm talking to you. Make sure you like the video and subscribe and drop a comment. All that stuff. This is a threat. Not a threat, a warning. But it could be a threat. Just do it.
Now, do I want Daniel Jones to be successful? Yeah, I'm rooting for the Colts to win. I want the Colts to win. For Daniel Jones to earn that $100 million, he has to play like 75% of the snaps, and he has to be like a Pro Bowler, an All-Pro. We have to win 10 games, win a division, make the playoffs, win a playoff game, make it to the Super Bowl. There's a lot of things that he has to accomplish to make all those incentives. He pretty much has a shorter Sam Darnold deal. Sam Darnold got all that money because of the incentives that he had in his contract. And that included playing a lot of games, being a Pro Bowler, All-Pro, winning a playoff game, winning the division, making a Super Bowl, winning a Super Bowl. He did all that stuff. If Daniel Jones makes $100 million, that means the Colts have pretty much done what we haven't done in a decade, which was make the playoffs and probably win a game and win the division. And Daniel Jones stayed healthy all year, which is something that he hasn't done except for one time. And this puts a lot of pressure on Chris Ballard, especially coming into the draft. Without having a first-round pick, which historically Chris Ballard isn't great when it comes to drafting in the first round. So he has an opportunity to really lock in and get a lot of these picks right. Second round to the 7th round. You can still find valuable pieces. We found Michael Pittman and Jonathan Taylor in the 2nd round. You find players like Tanner Bornolini in the 3rd round. You find players like Zaire Franklin in the 7th round. You can still find starters late in the draft, but he needs to find players that can contribute today, that can come in, and at least by the bye week into the season, those rookies are contributing on a regular basis. And he still has moves to make in free agency. We still have a decent amount of cap space considering who we've signed and who we've let go. But if it doesn't work this year, I truly believe Chris Ballard is not getting his contract renewed, and he shouldn't. If Daniel Jones flops around, doesn't, recapture the magic that he had last year, and we do not win the division again, there's no way Carly Ursay-Gordon can justify giving Chris Ballard a new contract. And Chris Ballard shouldn't even ask. If we miss the playoffs again, let's say the Titans somehow jump us in the standings and we finish 3rd and 4th in the division, he should want to leave. He should do the right thing and say, I'm not going to negotiate a new contract because I don't deserve one. And that would be completely fair. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Did we overpay for Daniel Jones? Can Alec Pierce be a true number 1 receiver? And is this season make or break for everybody in the Colts organization? We drop videos every Monday, 7 in the morning. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications so you don't miss a video. And we'll be back next week to really dive into everything the Colts brought in and lost during free agency. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.
Thanks for watching, babe. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel.